Module 2, 8051 instruction set. Module 2, 8051 or microcontroller instruction set. Instruction set. Here in this, we are going to discuss first topic is addressing modes. Addressing modes. First, we'll discuss what is addressing mode and how we are going to use this addressing mode and what is the definition of this addressing mode. We'll discuss just brief introduction to addressing modes. The CPU accesses data in various ways. Here, in our microcontroller, we are going to call it as we are going to deal with a CPU. How exactly CPU will access the data? How exactly CPU will be access the data? Okay, it is having various ways to access the data. Okay, first point. Then data can be either it may be in the register or it may be in the memory or it may be in the intermediate values also we are going to access to the CPU. Then the various way of accessing data, that we can call it as a addressing mode. The various way of accessing the data. Definition, take definition for addressing mode. The various ways of accessing the data, that we can call it as a addressing mode. This is the definition, a basic definition of a addressing mode. The various ways of accessing the data. Okay, we have so many ways in that will be different types. We have addressing modes. Based on that, it will be going to access the data. That is why in the definition we are going to tell that the various ways of accessing the data, that we can call it as a addressing mode. And also we can call the various way in which the data from source to destination address are specified in the instruction mnemonic for the moving the data is called addressing mode. That is with respect to technically we have a definition that it is there in the notes. If you want, you can go through. What exactly addressing mode? We'll take an example of how exactly we are going to deal with a addressing mode. This is my example. This is how exactly example I am going to show. First, in the addressing mode, we have a label. Each one we will discuss later. This is a label and this is mnemonic. M is silent, mnemonic. Then operand. And comments. This is the structure of your addressing mode. What exactly the label? Label means, for example, if I am going to use a loop in the C program, here it is not like loop. If I am going to up here, then somewhere else in the program, SJMP, if it is not equal to 0, up. If I am going to give like this, the program will be again going to this path. Are you getting the things? Okay. See, I am going to write a label up here. Just I will take the example, some example. Okay. We'll discuss these things in the programs. Okay. Now move A, B. Move A, #30. Whatever the content, 30 will be moved to A. Move B comma hash 40. Add A comma B. Add A comma B. Then yes jump up. After adding A and B, simple jump up means based on this label, it will be going to jump. Again, it will be going to execute the same instruction. It will be taking 32 accumulator, 42 A and B, 42 B, again adding A and B. After adding, data will be stored in the accumulator. Yes jump, small jump. Where to jump? Up. This is the label. From here I need to jump. From here to here I need to jump. That is the meaning of label. Next, mnemonic. What I am going to use this? These things are mnemonic. Okay. Example, moo is a mnemonic. What we are going to call it in the program. Then what is operand? Operand means what I am going to use this A comma hash 30, A comma hash 30, or else you can use A comma hash 90H, 90H, 40H, anything that we can call it as a operand. Then comment, we need to write a comment. 90H is moved to accumulator. 90H is moved to accumulator. That we need to represent. Okay, these are the structure of your addressing modes. First one will be label, second one will be mnemonic, third one will be operand, the fourth one will be comment. What exactly the label? If you want to jump the instruction from one point to another point, we are going to use a label. Then we are going to use mnemonic is a instruction what we are going to use in the program, that we can call it as a mnemonic. And operand, what is the operation? Operand is nothing operation. What exactly the operation? It will be destination to source to destination. Now I am going to move the data 30 to accumulator or 90 to accumulator. This we can call it as a operand. Then throughout this operation, what we are going to call that we need to write it in the words, that we can call it as a comment. For each and every step we need to write a comment. What exactly happening in the step, that we need to write it in the comment. 90H is moved to accumulator. That is about your comment. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I think all 57 members have paid the college fees. You should respond. The teaching is for all 57 students, not only for any 4 or 5 students. Okay, then we'll discuss what exactly the mnemonic. Make a note of this. Make a note of this. Mnemonic specifies instructions. First point. Mnemonics specifies instructions. Next, operand. What is operand? Parameter on which in mnemonic operation. These are the technical words we need to use when we are going to write it in the exam. Then what is label? Label means allow code to access by name. Allow code to accessed by name. By name we are going to access the code. That is the meaning. Next, comments. Make a note. Comments for the programmer to explain the code. Okay, next, this is about your basic structure of your addressing modes. Next, we'll discuss different various types of addressing modes. What are the various modes, what are various types of addressing modes that we can discuss here. Take next. Eight zero five one provides a total of five main distinct addressing modes, and some of them are further subdivided. We have mainly 5. In that 5, some are subdivisions we have. What are that 5? Make a note of that 5. First one, immediate addressing mode. Second one, register addressing mode. Third one, direct addressing mode. Fourth one, register indirect addressing mode. And fifth one, indexed addressing modes. These are the five main addressing modes. Define addressing mode and explain different types of addressing mode. 8 marks. Many times they asked in the external exam. 100% question. This question they will ask. 8 marks. Sometimes 10 marks. Each addressing mode explanation 2 marks. Each one having 2 marks. They are going to ask. Okay. These are the first what you have to do. The various way of accessing the data, that we can call it as a addressing mode. There are 5 different types of addressing modes. They are first one, immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, and indexed addressing mode. Then one by one we need to explain. Okay, take first one, immediate addressing mode. Okay, take first one. We'll discuss one by one. First one, immediate addressing mode. First one, immediate addressing mode. First time I am going to write with respect to the full form. Then while using, I am going to use short form. Okay, immediate addressing mode. First we need to write a structure for this immediate addressing mode. How exactly the structure? The structure will be like this. It will be divided with respect to 3 categories. That first one will be instruction. Second one will be register. Third one will be data. You should remember these things. This is very, very important. If you know this structure easily, you can explain and you can write the example. Okay, see here first. In this addressing mode, source operand is a instruction. Source operand is a constant. Okay, the data is immediately available after the opcode in the instruction. Okay, here the one sign we are going to use, that we can call it as a pound sign or hash, is used to immediate data should be proceed with a hash symbol. Here I am going to use this symbol, hash symbol, or we can call it as a pound symbol. Why we are going to use this one? Because that we are going to access the immediate data. We are going to access immediate data. That is why we are going to use such kind of symbol. Okay. Now I am going to write the example. Example is equal to, okay, move a hash 40h. Okay. See here, this is your, what is this? First one, mnemonic. This is operation, and we need to write a comment here, which is register, which is data. Move is a instruction, and register is a accumulator is a register, and the data what we are going to use, that 40 is a data. What is the meaning of hash? This is meaning pound or hash. This is immediate data. Okay, immediately the number 40 will be transferred to accumulator, or we are going to move this data to accumulator. That is the meaning. Immediate addressing mode means immediately we are going to move this 40 to accumulator. Nowhere we are going to store, again we are not getting this data. Means we are going to store directly this data to accumulator. That is the meaning of immediate addressing mode. Okay, next example, move dptr comma hash 8000h. What is the meaning of this? This is also a register. I'm going to store a data of hash 800h to dptr. Can anyone tell me what is the dptr?
Data pointer.
Data pointer, very good. Who is this? Yaru ಹೇಳಿದ answer? ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಡೇಟಾ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ?
ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಹುಡುಗಿ
ಅದು ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು.
ಚಿನ್ಮಯ್ ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. DPTR ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮ್ಮ?
DPTR 16 bit.
Very good, 16 bit. Here DPTR will be 16 bits. It will be going to divide with DPL and DPH. Data pointer lower nibble, data pointer higher nibble. Here lower nibble 00 LSB, higher nibble 80 MSB. It will be combination of both. We are going to store it in a DPTR. Okay, the direct data 8000H I am going to store in the DPTR. This is also one of the valid example. Next, some other example. I will take some general examples. Move Rn comma hash n. N is varying from 0 to 7. R0 to R7 registers we have. Okay, this is a number. Whichever the number we want, we can move it to R0 or R1, anything. Next, the same equation, move A comma hash n, whichever the number we want, we can store it in accumulator. Then like that only, move DPTR comma hash nn means each one having 88 bits. If I am going to use DPH or DPL, I need to send only 8 bit. Now I am going to use DPTR though, so we can transmit a 16-bit data to the DPTR. That is the meaning. Next one example, if you take move R5 R5 hash 0 F9 H. Whether the instruction is valid or invalid, can anyone tell me? Whether the instruction is valid or invalid.
Sir.
It's a valid instruction. Here I am going to use 0 F9 H. H indicates it's a hexadecimal data. H indicates hexadecimal data. We need to use 0. Why? Because here we have an alphabet because we need to use 0. 0 is used to indicate that it is a number and not a alphabet. Okay. We need to use this as a 0, then only this register 5 will understand that this is one number. If I am not going to use this 0, it will understand this is a letter or alphabets. It will be understand like that. If I am going to use 0 F9, F9 H means it's a number F9 in terms of hexadecimal, like that R5 will be understand. Whenever you are going to use hexadecimals of A to F, you have to use 0 initially. Sometimes I will miss. You should remember me. Okay, ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ಹೆಕ್ಸಾಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟ್ಸ್ ABCDEF ವರ್ಗೂ ಅವಾಗ 0 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then ಇದೆಲ್ಲ valid instructions. These are the legal or valid instructions. Now some invalid instructions is also there. You should not write like this for the immediate addressing mode. What are that illegal or invalid? Move ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರೀತಾ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. move DPTR, hash 68975. This is not a valid instruction. Why? Because the number is more than or equal to 65535. It is in terms of decimal. This hexadecimal number we cannot store here. Then move A, hash 436. 436 is greater than 255. That is why we cannot store this data in accumulator. Accumulator is a 8-bit data. 8-bit data. It will be vary from 0 to 255, not more than 255. These are the invalid instruction. Keep it in mind. Please make a note of this. Any doubts? Immediate addressing mode. Just write a structure, write two example 2 lines, then explain what exactly move A, hash 40H, what is move DPTR, hash 800H. When you are going to use DPTR, meanwhile you have to explain this also, then only this instruction will be valid. Please make a note of this. We will go for next instruction. Sorry, next addressing mode. Over. Then Ray.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take next one. Register addressing mode. Take next one. Register addressing mode. Register addressing mode. Take the structure. This is instruction. Register. Register. See, name itself indicates that register addressing mode. Here we are going to use register to register. Source to destination will be a register to register. The name of the registers are used as a part of the instructions. Examples. I am going to take an example of a registers. What are the different types of registers? Can anyone tell me? Accumulator, R0, R1 up to R7, then register DPL, DPH, okay, so on. These are the instructions, these are the registers we are going to use in this addressing mode. Why we are using DPL and DPH? Why not DPTR? DPTR is a 16-bit. It means that DPL and DPH, if we are going to use separately, it means that we are going to transmit a 8-bit data. That is the meaning. Okay. In this register addressing mode, the data to be operated is with the register. We are going to transmit the data with respect to register. And we have a register R0, R1 up to R7 will be selected for the different register banks. For example, now I am going to use R0 to R7. Okay, these registers I am going to use with respect to register bank. Register bank. How we are going to decide the register bank? Yeng decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ register bank na? Program status word ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆಯಾ? RS0, RS1. If it is 00, we are going to use register bank 0. The register bank 0, R0 to R7. If it is 01, register bank 1, R0 to R7. If it is 10, register bank 2, R0 to R7. If it is 11, register bank 3, we are going to use R0 to R7. Like that we are going to use your register banks. Okay, got everyone? With respect to the program status word RS0 and RS1, By make use of that, we are going to select the register bank. If it is register bank R0, we are going to use R0 to R7. In R1, R0 to R7. Same in R2 and R3 also, R0 to R7, we are going to use that registers. Next, advantages of register addressing mode is that instruction length is very small. It is a single byte instruction. That is why I am going to specify that A, R0, R1, R7 up to R7, DPL and DPH. I have told that it's a single byte, or we can call it as a 8-bit data we are going to transmit. Okay, that is the advantage of your register addressing mode. Here, how we are going to transmit the data? Source and destination register must be matched in the size. Okay, what we are going to transmit the data from source to destination, the data size should be matched. That is why we are going to use all 8-bit data registers. Okay, that is about introduction to register addressing mode. Next, take example. I will take example, first one. Example, move A comma R suffix R. Move R suffix R comma A. Okay, this R is vary from 0 to 7. This R is also vary from 0 to 7. We can also write this instruction like move A comma R0 to R7, R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6. Anything we can write. Next, move R0 to R7, comma A. Accumulator will be stored. Whatever the data in the accumulator, that we are going to store it in the register R0 to R7. Which of any one of the register we can use. Okay. Then one more example. Move A comma R3. Move A comma R3. Next, move A comma R4. Next, here, sorry, this is not okay. We can next here comments. Contents of R3 is moved to accumulator. Contents of R3 will be moved to accumulator. Okay, this is also same. Whatever the contents in the R4, that we are going to move it in the accumulator. Okay, then next I can change this. We'll have add A comma R4. Add immediate register address we are going to add. Means in the accumulator, what I am going to add A plus R4, the data will be stored in the accumulator. This is the comment for this instruction. Okay, whatever the data we are going to add, accumulator, for example, accumulator is some data, R4 is some data. We are going to add both the data, then we are going to store it in the accumulator. Okay, next. Okay, these are the valid example. Next, take some invalid examples. Can I rub this? Invalid examples I need to give. Okay, what are invalid examples? Move R1 comma R2. Move R1 comma R2 it's a invalid. Why means register addressing mode occurs between A and R0 to R7. Either it may be source or destination A to R0 or R0 to A. We cannot transmit the data from R0 to R1, R1 to R3 like that. we cannot transfer the data. Okay. Next here also move R2 comma DPTR. Move R2 comma DPTR. This is also invalid. Why? Because this is a 16-bit data. We cannot store it in the R2. This is also invalid instruction. Next, move DPTR comma accumulator. Accumulator, it requires only 8-bit. This 8-bit we cannot store it in the 16-bit data. Okay. If I am going to give this instruction, this will show error. Why? Because 8-bit to 16-bit we cannot store. These are some invalid instructions. Okay, make a note of this. Make a note of this. I will show some important things that you can make a note. After this, inform me, I will scroll.